Now, I think we ask Stanley Hsu, while we're eating, we ask Stanley Hsu to speak. If we can connect to the online Bluetooth. Stanley, you want to speak? Stanley is the Treasurer for Queensland Multicultural Council, and he is also the Honorary President of the Australian Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce Queensland, and he is a former candidate for Runcorn Ward. So we just connect him.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can all hear you. I have just introduced you as the Honorary President of the Australian Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce, and also the Treasurer for Queensland Multicultural Council, and also the foremost candidate for Runcorn Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stanley Hsu online Bluetooth.
Thank you, Louis, and good evening, Honourable Mark Furner MP, and Louis Lee, Alan Chen, and all the friends at Furner. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there tonight. I had a bit of a head cold on Tuesday, and I was hoping to get better, but it's not getting better, so I better stay home by myself. So I'm not out in the public, so I'm hoping to do the responsible thing. But thank you very much for inviting me to say a few things about Duncan. I've known Duncan for about 14 years, and when he turned up at the Stretton branch all those years ago, I think I just went up to the Labour Party then. And so Duncan and I were into quite a few things, and I thought about what I was going to say tonight. I've got 3 little stories I'd like to share with all of you. I hope that paints a picture of what I know about Duncan Pegg. So we met during the time when Stephen Robertson, the former member for Stretton, was retiring, and then we were going through a pre-selection process. And at the time, there was another candidate, Deborah Ford, and Duncan and I, and quite a few branch members, we believe that we should have another candidate to try to contest in the pre-selection. And so Duncan and I, we make a pact and we try to support each other to be the other candidate other than Deborah Ford. And then that's how I got to know Duncan's determination and courage. And I enjoyed Duncan's friendship during those weeks when we tried to convince our rank and file members to vote for us. And I think in the end, Duncan got 1 vote more than the second candidate, and then he was pre-selected. During that process, Duncan invited me to his home. Duncan invited me to know his friends. I enjoyed his friendship very much, and even though I didn't go through uni, I was still in union with him during the university days, because I graduated from University of Sydney. But he extended his very warm friendship during that time. It was a difficult pre-selection campaign, but what I learned of Duncan at that time was the courage facing more experienced candidates around him. And I'm sure all of us witnessed that in the following years. Another story I'd like to share with you is the time after he was elected, in the second time that he ran for Stretton, and the time that he just beaten Freya Otapovich for the seat. Now, at the time, I was very heavily involved with the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce, and Freya was a patron and was honoring to the president at the time. And so naturally the chamber supported Freya Otapovich and the MP during that election. Afterwards, naturally, any candidate that has sort of won the election but then facing the people who didn't vote for him, possibly didn't support him at all, and then campaign against him, it is natural for people to feel negative towards that group of people, but not to Duncan. Duncan showed me, not just to me, but to the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce, that he was there to serve all. even for those who didn't vote for him. At that time, he and I, we had coffees, and we thought about strategies to try to win the Chinese Chamber of Commerce members over, and then to connect with this group of people. Now, he went so far to the point that he actually organized a private dinner with, actually private lunch, I beg your pardon, private lunch with all the honorary presidents, including some very active LMP campaigners to the lunch. And then he extended his friendship and his commitment to serve as the new member of parliament for the Chinese Chamber of Commerce members. And he won everybody over. And I think that's the Duncan that we all get to know, his humility to serve all, even for those who didn't vote for him, and his commitment to serve those as well. Another story I'd like to share is more recent. In a recent election, at the end of last year, I was involved somewhat with Duncan's campaign. He called me and asked me to do a couple of videos with him to discuss some of the issues that matters to the Australian electorate. I came along, and at the so towards the end of the day of the pre-poll, I could tell, as a health professional, I could tell he's very, very tired, he's exhausted. But as soon as the camera starts to roll, as soon as Emily switch on the camera to roll, he lights up and he shoots as you know, as if that he didn't stand at pre-poll for the whole day, as if this was the first thing in the morning. It was so energetic. And we made, I think we made about 5 videos in those weeks, and every single one of those videos, we did not even need to do a second take. And that's how energetic, how determined Duncan is to win that election. And more importantly, in every one of those videos, we were trying to push the message to our community, the right message, so that they understand what's going on with Duncan's policies and Duncan's beliefs, and what Stratton should, what the best way forward for Stratton. So this is a Duncan I know, the determined person. Even when he's tired, even when he runs out of energy, he's able to switch that next gear on, and then to do the right thing for his electorate. So these are the 3, I would say, I thought about what I was going to say tonight, and I would say these are the 3 stories I'd like to share with all of you. You know, the first one was the story of courage, facing bigger enemies and you know, bigger challenges. The second was his humility to serve, even for those who didn't vote for him. And then finally, his determination to do the right thing, even when he's run out of his natural energy. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you for your attention, for hearing my knowledge of Duncan, and I miss him. And I'm sure all of us had a tough time in the last few weeks. I have my way of breathing. This is the first time I actually really talk about him since his passing. I don't deal with grief very well. I tend to just keep it to myself. But many thanks to Alan and Lewis for giving me the opportunity to voice out little stories of my experience of Duncan. With that, I'd like to thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley, for your wonderful story sharing with us about Duncan Pegg.